Dabo, in the aftermath of the game Saturday night and the things that were said, I know you said you talked to your players. I'm curious, have you heard from Will Muschamp or reached out to him, or where does that stand now?
About what? What particular thing you talking about?
Well, there was talk, the players and the accusations that were made. You said you talked to your team, and I just was curious. I know D-Rad said he talked to you, and Ray Tanner's talked. I just didn't know.
No, I mean it is it is what it is. It's a shame, that a diversion to take away from what happened on the field. And it's disappointing. Listen, I give young people some grace. Young people will say some things from time to time, and emotion or whatever. I don't have a problem giving young people some grace. The only problem I have is some of the media people. I don't give them much grace. They don't give me none either. But and I'm not necessarily talking about the people in this room. I'm talking about some of the people who. I mean, it's just like there's no credibility anymore. I mean, you don't need to confirm anything anymore. Just write it. Somebody said what? Headlines. They don't care. Shoot first, ask questions later. That's the mentality that we have now in the media, and it's a shame. It really is a shame, because you're attacking people's character. But there won't be no retraction. There won't be an apology. You just attack somebody's character anytime you want, if you have the power of the pen or blog or whatever. And that used to not be that way. Back in the day, you had relationships and people would ask you. And but now, hey man, I was in the bathroom and the guy in the third stall was on the phone and said this, and that's what I heard. And man, it's headlines. And because that's what sells, and that's the disappointing thing. There's zero accountability. Zero. You let me say something? I mean, none. No accountability whatsoever. And it's there. I mean, that's instead of the headline being, 23-1 in the last 2 years. Instead of the headline being these seniors just won their 46th game. Instead of the headline being the largest margin of victory ever for an ACC versus SEC opponent. Instead of the headline being, we've only had 6 11-win seasons in the history of Clemson, and we've had 4 in the last 5 years, 4 of those. Instead of those being the headlines and one of the most dominant performances ever, the headline is, what somebody, give me a break. Give me a break. And again, I don't give grace to the young people. It ain't about that. I give total grace to that. But for the adults who will take anything and go and write it and spin it and headline it the way they want it to get people to click on it, man, shame on them. But that's the world we live in. And that's sad. With zero accountability. A lot of those people should be fired. They should be fired. They should be. But there's no accountability. People with a microphone, they just say whatever they want to say. Don't matter how they attack people's character, attack, whatever. They don't say that. You don't win the amount of football games that you trying to cut me off, Tim?
It's already gone to noon.
Good question.
Already been the longest press conference of the year.
All right, nice seeing y'all. See you in Orlando.